All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. It is Wednesday, so it's time for a personal development tip. This one is all about perspective and about faith and how those can really alter your life and how they can really move your life in a direction of success. And I'm going to show you an example of that. Now, before I get into the example, if you get value from my content, from my videos, my blog, my channel, then I invite you to do something super simple. I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Again, it's a super easy way, it's a simple way for you to support my blog and my channel for free. So, what is this example I want to share with you about perspective and about faith? And ultimately, I heard this story from a sales trainer. Actually, I was part of a company, and this gentleman, his name is Clifton. He was one of the top sales reps for that company, making just great success for himself, able to really support not only himself but his whole family, including the parents that raised him, or at least his mother, at least, because they didn't really talk about his father much. I'm not sure exactly what the story is, but Clifton, he was one of the Lost Boys of Sudan, and if you don't know who they are, they're a bunch of boys that got orphaned or they got displaced because of this big civil war that happened like in 1987 to 2005, and they were displaced, and they were running away, and many of them ended up in refugee camps and things like that. They were sheltered for many years, and then there was some resettlement programs to bring many of these boys into the U.S. and so Clifton was one of them. And he was able to come with his brother and basically nothing in his pockets. And from what I understand, Clifton, he was a teenager when he came over. And, just imagine you're a teenager, you're, man, an ocean away from home. You don't know anyone. You barely speak the language. You're just not used to the culture. And, the odds are against you. Yeah, you got a second chance, but you're starting from ground zero. But he had a perspective because he thought and he knew that America was the land of opportunity. He thought and he knew that, it's so prosperous in America that the streets are paved with gold. And one of the first things that he saw when he came to America was a fountain. And two things really caught him by surprise when he saw the fountain. First of all, there was a fountain with water coming out of it, and it was spraying meters or feet above the surface of the ground. And why this is so interesting is because where he's from, water is a very rare resource, and it's a very precious resource. And so to see water coming out of the ground like that truly is a big deal. The second thing that he found very fascinating about this fountain was how people were reacting to it. You see, where he's from, if there was water shooting out of the ground like that, people would be celebrating. They would be, they might do an impromptu festival. They would be dancing and cheering and banging on drums and being thankful that there's water coming out of the ground because it's so precious. But where he was, people were just walking by. People weren't paying attention to it. Some people were standing by it. They're having conversations. And he was just so astounded and thought, wow, this place really is a land of opportunity. They don't even care really that there's water coming out of the ground. This place is so abundant and so prosperous that, it's basically like, it's basically water is life to them, but to Clifton, but to these people, it's just so abundant that they don't even care. So he's just so astounded by that. And when he saw the fountain, of course, he wanted to come investigate and come see it. And so he went up to the fountain with a big smile on his face, and he looked at that fountain and looked inside, and guess what he saw? He saw money. He actually saw people throwing coins into the fountain and thought, my goodness, this really must be the land of opportunity. And that's all about perspective. Where he's from, water's precious. Where he is now, not that big of a deal. He was brought with this perspective that this place was a land of abundance, a land of opportunity, and because of that perspective and because of that faith, he became one of the top sales agents, for this company that I used to be part of, and he was training us. And to say that he was one of the top, when he grew up, before he joined the company, he would send money back to his mother. And I think it was about $250 a month. Okay, he would send money back to his mother, or maybe it was $250 a week. But anyway, it was a big amount of money at that time. Not only for him was it a lot of money, but it was also a huge amount of money for his mother that he got. But when he joined this company and really turned his life around, he was starting to make much, much more money. And one day he didn't tell his mother what he was doing. He said, "Mom, go pick up the money like you always do." And instead of $250, he sent home $25,000. And from what he explained, that was enough for his mother to finally pay off their home and not worry about it. And so just imagine if he didn't have that sort of perspective. You know, if some of us got down on our luck, we wouldn't be that excited about some fountain with money in it, but he was, and he had the faith to turn his life around. It's so interesting that next time when you're behind the eight ball, really look at the perspective of things and think that there are millions of people that would gladly trade places with you. If you think you're down on your luck, just like Clifton was, pennies in his pockets or probably nothing in his pockets, yet he was in the land of opportunity. You have it far better than you know, and you have it far better than you think when you think that you're down on your luck. So I trust you got some great value out of this. I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you want to see more videos like this, go over to my blog. It's kennysantos.com. You can put your name and email in. You're going to get an awesome audio and grow on your business. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only have to do two things about that. We get to recognize those miracles. And of course, my favorite part, we get to accept those miracles. All right, take care and create a great day.